Super better than the old one. Hey Twitch, welcome back to our D&D show on Mondays. This is an adventure for beginners, a long-lasting D&D campaign. We're on session 88 right now, and we haven't even left the continent that we started on, so that's fun.
Well, if the continent you started on is full of interesting stuff.
I think it is. We killed a dragon there somewhere.
No dinosaurs yet, though.
We had some dinosaur skeletons.
I was gonna say.
We had some dinosaur skeletons.
They were skeletons.
Dinosaur skeletons. But still, that's even cooler than dinosaurs.
Way cooler.
I don't
we killed the
know.
necromancer.
I mean, it's no Jurassic Park.
Not yet. That island, I think we can get Jurassic Park. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. We've been gone for 2 weeks. I just want to dive into this so we can get going. But does anyone have any crazy stuff that happened over the break we had?
Does anyone have anything important that they'd like to talk about?
Yeah, some weird guy probably does.
Well, now I don't want to speak up. A weird guy. Yes, I have completed the transition from adulthood. Actually, over the course of since we've been playing this campaign, I think I got married after we had started playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I had a kid after we started playing, and now I'm a homeowner.
Yep.
All within the time frame of us playing this world of make believe.
I feel so lazy right now.
All thanks to D&D, I've become an adult.
There you go. Well, I'm glad we could foster your growth.
Thank you. I actually have to resign playing now because having all those things, I'm no longer interesting, and therefore I can't do interesting things anymore.
I was
yeah,
gonna
that's
say,
pretty true.
next step is retirement, right? So let's speed that along, and then the nursing home, and finally death. And then we can start a new campaign.
Twitch, I have to apologize. I am getting updates on Dropbox, and it's making a notification announcement every time it syncs a file. So I apologize. But
Nice.
Literally the worst,
That's
Kevin.
what we're
Destroying the user experience. Cool. So yeah, what else is new with everyone? I haven't seen all, except for Jimmy, all of your beautiful faces in a while. So maybe a quick round table. Allison, what have you been up to?
I went exploring in DC yesterday, and I was like underground DuPont Circle, and I'm going to eventually edit photos when I'm not lazy. I've been watching more Overwatch, like competitive pro scene and stuff. That's been pretty interesting. TSM just got rid of the team that they had picked up because they had known cheaters on the team, and they got passed over to Complexity. So there's a lot of interesting stuff.
I heard about that.
Yeah, two brothers known for hacking, banned in 2 other games, CS:GO and Call of Duty 4. The team got picked up by TSM, and TSM has been getting a lot of backlash from people making fun of them, calling them cheat SM. So Andy dropped them like a sack of potatoes, and now they're going to be late to the game getting into the Overwatch scene, but they got money, it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's about it. Oh, my car had problems, and I had to drop like $600 on it.
There you go.
But I didn't brick my car, and they said if I had driven it for another minute longer, I could have like destroyed my engine. So it could be worse.
So oil, coolant, what was?
My radiator apparently
Yeah.
had a giant hole in it, and one of the hoses connected to it was literally mushy, is the way they described it. Not even a month before that, I had it in for new brakes, and I asked them to look it over to see if there's anything else they could fix while it was in, and they said it was fine. Sent me home with it.
Like
A month
last-
later, radiator is suddenly has a problem with it, so I'm pretty sure I had a problem longer than a month.
Nice.
So,
Gremlins.
but yeah. But otherwise, yeah, nothing too exciting.
Nice. Josh, haven't heard from you in quite a while either. What's been going on in your life?
So not that much. Though we are apparently doing pretty okay in the Olympics. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, I haven't watched much yet. I heard Phelps got a relay gold, which is cool to see. Interested to see how many, because I think he's the overall leader in medals all time, so he's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
just kind of piling on the lead at
I
this
think he has
point.
like 22, 23 now.
The Aussies beat the favored French in the preliminary basketball round. A big upset.
Nice.
We also won the gold in one of the shootings.
Yeah.
No, you think
Which
the
is
Americans
very
would be
rare.
better at that?
Yeah, that's what I thought too, to be honest.
Well, you guys, I'm sure the Aussies are good at shooting, man. They're like
No,
the number
actually-
2 gun country in the world, other than the U.S.
No,
Makes
we're not.
sense.
Um,
All those
but no,
criminals.
yeah, like the last time I think we won gold or anything in a shooting event was like 2014 or something.
I did
That
see. I
was
mean,
last
this isn't about Australia, but the first U.S. gold winner, the girl who had the big upset in the shooting, and she went to high school 5 minutes from here,
Hey,
Nice.
and she's a West Virginia University sophomore.
that's
That's
fun.
kind of cool. Anyway, but more about Aussie land.
Yeah.
And other than that, we already started some drama with China.
Yeah, I did see that.
You didn't see
Really?
that one?
That was funny.
What happened?
Yeah. So one of our Aussie guys won gold in one of the swimming events,
Cool.
and basically just flat out called the other person a drug cheat because they had apparently got him busted for substance use a couple of years back,
Oh no. Oh, that's
and they're like demanding an apology and stuff. It's rather funny.
Ooh,
That's
that's
funny.
awkward.
Weren't they like booing the Russian swimmer because
Like all of
Russia?
them got kicked out for doping and shit, but
Yeah.
somehow they let a couple in. I don't.
they
really-
appealed because it was just going to be a countrywide ban? I thought,
Yeah,
but I
it
think they
was.
appealed that. So
They
Whatever.
countrywide banned the Russians for the Paralympics, and I think they banned selectively athletes for the Olympics.
Oh.
Yeah, they really
okay.
copped out on the
on the punishment.
the punishment on the regular Olympics.
Yeah.
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 Kev, what have? Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. Was there anything
No,
else?
besides that, that's pretty much it for the Olympic.
Yeah, dude, I love watching the Olympics. So I
Did
need
did
to
anyone
get
see
get
that
into it.
crash yesterday on the cycle race?
Oh yeah, and her teammate
No.
won gold or something.
Yeah, her teammate won gold, but there was I think
She
it
was like knocked out.
I think it was Denmark. She was cycling and she just took a turn too hard. It was raining and she just flipped over, landed on her head, and then skidded right into the barrier.
Oh my gosh.
It was
Yeah.
painful
Yeah,
to watch.
They got her out of there fast.
What about that guy that broke his leg?
I mean, that guy broke
It
his
was-
I
leg.
can't-
Ugh.
Someone linked me the GIF, and I'm like, I can't watch that.
I
I-
started to watch
can't.
it, and I was like, no, I
They,
can't. I
they
can't.
interviewed him today in the hospital, and he had a cast with the French flag and colors on it.
Oh, that's cute. He got dropped by the medics carrying him out.
Oh no!
I think there's a video, but I couldn't watch that.
Rio,
either, 'cause, like,
doing
what's
it
up-
right since 2016.
Okay.
Wow, did they seriously get dropped by the medics?
Yeah, he
Awesome.
got dropped. Yeah.
Oh man, I would be spewing at them so
I've been following the subreddit Apocalyptics 2016 or something, whatever it's called. It's hilarious.
Nice.
It's a
Uh,
massive disaster this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Kev, what have you been up to?
I climbed a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Yeah. How are the feet feeling?
They're feeling a lot better. A lot better now. It took a little bit to recover. I think a whole bunch of blisters, but I had I don't know what you call it, like a blood blister like underneath my toenail one of the days.
no.
So I was kind of worried about that, but it turned out fine. It's doing okay. We got delayed a day because we had thunderstorms like every day we were hiking through, and the second to last day just hailed on us for like a long time and soaked all our stuff. But it was great. We got to the top and there's a great view. No clouds up top, and it was awesome.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, it was tough. Probably the
Minus all the
toughest-
pain.
I mean, it was tiring for sure, but it was probably the hardest hike I've done. We did 45 miles over 4 days, I think.
That is
And,
impressive.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts, but it was fun. It was great, and I think 2 times for Whitney is enough for me in my life, so I probably won't go back.
Nice.
No more, please, no more.
Yeah. We'll see, but it was great. It was fun. Great seeing like old friends and hanging out with my dad for 4 days as well in the backwoods. And it's funny, every day the dehydrated food gets progressively better and better for some reason. It's just like the first day it's terrible, and the fourth day it's
What
like, this
does
is
food
amazing.
taste like?
I
Why don't
think
we eat
it's
this
like,
at home?
it's got to be a hiking or like strenuous once you're like out in it. Like, I think your body just like, I need calories, and so things just taste better.
Oh, I bet. It was also crazy, like, So I would finish hiking and we'd eat whatever, and I'd get back to sleeping bag, and like I just hurt all over. I'm like, oh my god, how can I walk tomorrow? And I would wake up and like, wow, I feel fine. All the hurt's gone. Like, it happened every single day. And then the day I get back home, I was just like hurting all over. I woke up the next day and my body's like, no, we're not gonna heal. You're just gonna feel terrible the next day anyways. So like I still hurt the day after. So that was lots of fun. And then TI, Dota International Tournament, is this week in Seattle.
Yeah, it's happening right now, right?
Happening right now. I have tickets, so I'm skipping the first day to hang with you guys.
Oh, snap.
I'll be going
You
tomorrow
missed
night.
Lindsey Sterling.
Well, I would have missed that anyways
Oh.
because
Oh.
I had work. So I can't go in the morning.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna, like, you know,
Are
just quit your
you-
job. Quit your
I
job.
just got 4 days off to go hiking. I can't take a whole week off.
Are you going? When are you going? I mean, if you're going tomorrow, when are you going? Like just after work?
Tomorrow after work, I'll probably leave for work a little bit early. So I have a midweek ticket for the whole week, and then the finals are this weekend.
Yeah.
And so I'll be going to the finals all day. But for the midweek, I'll just probably watch online at work, and then go in the evenings when I get off work.
What's the prize pool this year?
The total prize pool just topped $20 million, and so first
Yeah,
place is 8.8 million for the first place prize.
I'm gonna become a pro Dota player, guys. Give me a
There
year.
you go. Yeah,
And
I know, right?
doesn't the
totally into it.
doesn't the
That is
prize pool like
easy.
split down all the way to like top 16 or something in some cases?
They have it listed. It goes down quite a bit. I think second place this year is like $4 million.
I mean,
Boy, that's a tough runner-up. Boy, that just sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's the
it
worst.
almost sounds like it's just better to throw the game and just
It's
get
the
we
worst.
lost. Woo!
Yeah. Oh no, we're so defeated. $4 million.
Yeah. So, anyways, watch Dota. It's gonna be great. There's been some great games lately, and that's it for me. I'd like to play some D&D now.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we can get right into it if we want. So I feel like we've been off for a little while, so I feel like we get that kind of Game of Thrones before the big episode that like previously on An Adventure for Beginners, and we see a series of scenes. First of all, we see kind of a rough chest getting cracked open. We see goblin bodies laying in the foreground, and a hand reaches in and ruffles through some things. And we see Durian pull up a closed fist out of the chest, and he opens his hand to Amareth, and we see a pair of signet rings in there.
Oh.
The two of them share a look. We wipe quickly, and we see Orin waiting on a counter, talking with a man, looks like some kind of local law enforcement, and he's telling him, yeah, we need some help tracking this guy down. Escaped criminal from the Black Fang. His name is Tycross. And then we
Someone
wipe.
will die.
I thought you just had an error mentioning Orin, and then I.
Then
My
we
brain
wipe.
But he said Amherst.
And we wipe! Thank you.
Sorry.
Someone will
Then we
die.
wipe and we see a dark-skinned woman, short hair, wearing red robes over some thin chainmail. We see her pull back, draw an arrow in her bow. Her eyes flash briefly a red color, and we see her loose the arrow. It flies over a swiping scythe and sinks into a dragon's hide. We flash again, and we hear a familiar voice saying, "Now, this translation is not exactly complete, but I have to ask you, have you ever heard of a place called the House of the Winds?" We flash to the side again. We see a scene with the whole group, the current group, I think, meeting with a familiar elven lord. Tegan turns and introduces a human woman. This is my friend, Lady Nephish. She's recently lost some cargo. And we look over at the woman. She explains, "I have some goods that have been stolen from me. I would like you to return them, as they were lost out in the woods." We flash to the side again. We see a burning cabin. Elven bodies scattered around. Bows laying around. We hear the barking of dogs in the distance. And we see Durian and Nina coming out of a smoke-filled cabin, looking at papers scattered in their hands. We see the signature of the Dina Naya. We flash one more time, and we see Durian awake in bed, looking at a man sitting on the side of it, a knife pressing to his chest. And he says, "So, I see you've come back. I was hoping never to see your face again." And then I think the screen flashes black, and a quick, overlay comes over it, white letters. 3 days to go. And we zoom in on the party. It's dawn. It is, you guys had come back yesterday from your visit with the Stavrofor, Miriam. She had offered to help brew some potions that Buck was finding of a special interest in helping him with a recent predicament. You guys are in the capital of Ariadnish, the center for the basically the entire religion of Pelor. It's a human city. It's fairly large and I don't want to say run down, but quite simple. But in the middle is a large marble tower dedicated to Pelor. The city sits on a lake that's surrounded by the encampment of several refugees from the Palatinus and Taurus Wars. You guys were going to be waiting in the city at least another 3 days for these potions. What do you do?
Where are we staying? Do we have a place?
The rabid dog. I
Another
believe.
rabid dog.
Yeah, one of the
Corporations.
branches, I think,
One of
the
the
local
branches, yes.
Ariadnish branch.
Yes, yes.
Travis, this is quick. I want to send a package home.
Okay. Yeah, so Caben is feeling maybe a bit of nervousness and unease? Or what are you looking to send?
Unease? No, I'm sending some so I'm sending like a small package with some stuff I found, some recent adventures. So I took 5 of the moonflowers we found and I had held on to them.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna package them up in like some way so they keep or whatever.
Yeah. So we see you so where do you go to do that? I assume you're heading to whatever the local establishment of the, similar to the Pony Express would be.
Yeah, exactly.
But do we see you in your room kind of packaging these moonflowers? You have some alchemist background.
Yeah, so if it's within my power, I would do it. If not, I would get it done at an alchemist shop or something. So I'm sending the 5 moonflowers, a Banshray tooth, and 5 feathers from that weird vulture thing that we fought with the gnome on it.
Okay. Yeah, and so as we see you packaging all of this up, if you're just doing that in a room, I think we pan over and we see a pregnant woman at your doorway. Philvrel knocks gently as you're tying the final string on the box, and she says, "Oh, good morning, Caben. What do you have there?"
Oh, just sending some stuff home. My parents are alchemists, and they haven't been to this part of the world, so if I find something interesting, I kind of try to send them stuff home that they can incorporate into their work or find uses for.
That's nice. It's good that you keep in touch with your family. I know you mentioned you were thinking of heading north soon?
Yeah, in 3 days. I think we'd have told her that, but...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, she nods and says, "Well, excellent. Do you have any idea of where exactly we'll be going? Meeting your parents?"
I don't think we're heading that far north. We're... Titan's Hill was by Locust, right? We knew that? You're muted.
I don't think Caben has a great idea of where it is.
I'm glad I was muted.
I mean,
because
we've been talking. If Darian knows, Caven knows like approximately
Sure.
what's by
Yeah,
it.
it's nowhere near Locust.
Okay.
It's in Glimmerhaven.
Okay. Okay. So
Yep.
I somewhere in Glimmerhaven, I guess. We're trying to find this Titan's Hill deed that we got back, and that's the next plan where we're going.
Oh yes, your human traveling companion. He keeps calling him Lord Durian. I have to admit, I think it's exciting. It would be interesting to see his holdings. See,
Yeah, we are too. Hope they're good.
Ah. Well, it should be an interesting travel then. Can I walk with you to the post office?
Sure. The Pony
The Courier
Express.
Guild. Courier.
The Courier Guild. I like that. Courier Guild.
Yes. Sure.
Okay, cool. So I think we see the two of you like heading down the stairs. Meanwhile, Nina, we see you getting ready. What are your plans now that you're going to be in town for a few days?
That's a good question. What's her face? Oh god, I've already forgotten
Daphne?
names already. It's
Shoshana?
Shoshana?
Shoshana. That's the one.
Yeah,
No.
so
Nephine's.
she's like Nephine's, been gone for a long time.
It's been a while.
No, so yeah, Shoshana actually has her family here in the capital. So she was visiting them, though I think she's been kind of the, unofficial liaison with you guys, especially now that you've garnered some more serious interest with the clergy. So I think she's been asked, like it or not, to sort of stick around with you and help, guide you around, answer any questions you have. So yeah, I think she's like there, ready to meet you guys in the morning.
And
They-
how is she? I was gonna say, how is she about the whole, well,
Yeah, I think she's very curious about that, about the fact that Buck's not a dude naturally, and wants to not be a dude anymore.
Didn't she slap him
so-
last time?
is
Oh,
she
yeah.
still
Oh,
quite
yeah.
bad? Does she look
Oh,
like
yeah.
she's still human?
I think she's like trying to sort of play off the fact of how like curious she finds this whole thing, and she's obviously like a bit mad at Buck yet, but she's trying to get the story of what's going on there. So yeah, she's probably like grabbing some morning tea with you wherever you're eating breakfast, and sort of asking you about it. You probably see her eyes like constantly darting to the staircase, watching to see if Buck's gonna come down. But yeah, she turns to you and says, "So, was he a girl the whole time? I don't understand. You said a pirate ship and merfolk."
Yeah, so, first, she has always been a she until the incident, as far as I'm aware.
Hmm.
But we were on a rescue mission, and, well, I think she did something to garner the wrath of the Merfolk, because after that incident, well,
Huh. That's strange. I haven't heard of merfolk having that power, but I don't know much about merfolk either. Huh. She must have done something to really piss them off.
Sticking an aquatic animal on them might qualify.
Well, what is what? So this is going to change him back to her?
Mm-hmm.
You can see she's like struggling with the whole concept.
Yeah, so I tried to warn you, I tried to get you disinterested, but at the same time I didn't know how to tell you either.
I'm not sure I would have believed you. Even when Durian changes his shape, he only does so for a short time, and then, well, the fur came back. But, yes.
I mean, like I said, I tried to tell you, but I didn't know how to. It was like, you're not gonna believe me. At the same time, I sort of know what's gonna happen, and then like you see Nita start going like this a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she looks at you and says, "Oh, that's a strange affliction. Almost sounds more like a curse than anything." And I
Yeah,
think I think we wipe over to Durian. What are you doing over in your room, or where are you at? Have you left the tavern already today? I think last we saw you, you were lamenting the fact that you may have volunteered for a certain duty,
Yeah,
So I don't at all remember.
a dragon slaying duty.
Did I volunteer for that?
Yes,
I might have.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
I think it's
Volunteered everyone for that.
cool. Well, I don't remember who we volunteered to, except it was probably the leader of the whoever we spoke to at the
Yeah,
at the,
yeah,
temple.
you were speaking to Stavrofor Miriam about both the moonflowers and the military considerations.
So I'm probably not thinking about that. It's morning time, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Have I forget, did I ever send Walter out to actually pawn off the pearls?
Yeah, so I think you had him looking yesterday to find a buyer. And I think he's, he's there with you this morning saying, well, I found something, my lord. And, I believe I have someone buy them.
Come downstairs and company for me for breakfast, and we'll discuss.
Oh, of course, my lord. 1,700 gold pieces was the best offer. Of course, as long as my description holds up. I'm sure he'll want to see the merchandise himself, inspect everything forthright before making such a purchase.
That's a 3% more than you assessed them at. Good work, especially in the capital.
I aim to please, my lord. It seems
done.
there's a bit of a shortage of late. Pearls have a little higher value than most jewels. I think you know why. And he was there when you used one last time.
Yeah, and I haven't been hiding it, so.
Hmm?
I say, well, this will come in handy, although if we're sent south and east again into the plains, complicates matters, but we'll see how things
East
play
again,
out.
my lord. Why would you go east? You told me the horrors of the spell-scarred plains.
Yeah, and I still have peeling, pale skin.
Yeah.
Still recovering a bit. And I say, well, Walter, it's a matter of duty and seeing the job done right, or if there's a job to be done.
If I may, my lord, what job? I was under the impression we were heading north, going toward your holdings.
Yeah, I think Durian takes a moment to take a few bites of whatever the breakfast spread is, and drink his tea or whatever he has, and he nods and says, "Walter, that until you hear otherwise, that is the plan." But
Well, I hope. No offense, my lord, but I hope it doesn't get too complicated. And I think we swipe over to Buck. What are you doing this morning? Did you sleep in late or get up early to avoid a certain priestess?
I'm apparently being cursed. I would probably stay in late because we're here for 3-4 days while we wait for this potion to be made. So Buck is just kind of hanging out, and doing guy stuff, I guess, to celebrate the last few days as a dude.
Alright. Maybe we shouldn't get into too much detail.
I
there.
mean, we're not gonna go in that much detail. But starting bar fights or something, or arm wrestling, keeping, or whatever.
Is
being
that
all
really a-
testosterone-y. Yeah, that's what guys do.
Yeah, is that really a change from what Fawn would do?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Probably not, actually. But instead, she's, as a dude. I would probably wander around and see if I could catch a glimpse of Taya, I believe it was.
Thea, yeah,
Thea.
your friend that you had spotted.
Yes. See if I perhaps see her.
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, so you had last seen Thea, a city back, but, you have noticed on a few occasions several of your brethren around in, Ariadnish, which, considering how sort of isolated your, wood elves are, that's probably not very, common, right?
Probably not. We're relatively close knit and kind of stayed in the same area. For Fawn to travel, it was kind of rare and strange. So yeah, that would be especially odd. I'd be curious what they're up to. Perhaps follow them as stealthily as possible.
Yeah.
Try not to make my presence known, I guess.
Sure, yeah, so I mean, you're a wood elf. Where would you hang out if you were you?
Well, if we weren't in a town, it would be amongst probably trees and shit with Firefoot. But we're in a town, so probably do the whole like Lord of the Rings Strider type thing and chill out in a bar like in a cloak and be like quiet and observe people.
Okay.
No helping hobbits though.
Nice. Yeah, so you ignore the halflings at the next table.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a D20? So are you just kind of like hopping bar to bar and being mysterious in each one for an hour?
Own bar crawl? Yes, why not? 3. That's probably not good.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing like a little day drinking, but yeah, the first couple bars you're at don't seem to yield many clues, and
Yeah, shocking.
after a while the ale gets a little stale, and maybe you tighten your cloak and head to the next place. Meanwhile, Caben, I think you were heading to the Couriers Guild.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they check out your package, weigh it on a set of scales, and say, well, we could have this in, you said Ellereth?
Yes.
We could have that there fairly quickly. It's a relatively safe travel going north through Locus. We'd have to ship it partially by boat, though. Is that going to be an issue with whatever the contents are, sir?
No?
Done.
Yeah, I mean, you, know how to package this kind of stuff pretty well.
Okay,
right?
yeah, I mean, as long as the boat's safe, it's fine.
Okay, he just nods and says, of course, we take the safety of our clients' packages and, of course, their privacy very seriously.
I appreciate it.
Yes, well, we'll have to go along the Northern Isles and through Marilia, but we should be able to get it there within... And he, consults a calendar and says, within about 2 months. Is that acceptable?
Yeah. Is there a premium I can pay to make it go faster, or?
Ah, you want our expedited service, sir? Of course.
Maybe.
Well, we have fast stallions that can run packages between cities much faster than normal mail, which would be hauled on a cart. For only an extra 15 gold, we would be able to do that, sir. That would be on top of the 8 gold normal price.
Yeah. So how fast total would it be?
That would cut the time down by half, perhaps 3 weeks. It depends on the winds and the sails.
All right, I could do that.
Excellent, sir. Would you like to include a note or a missive?
I mean, I figured I had written a little note explaining.
Sure.
Yeah, it's in there. So.
Okay, yeah. So you tie it tight in the strings and says,
Yeah.
Yes, and this was to. I'm sorry, you said the name of the place was.
Shoot.
So it's in the kingdom of Ellereth, but what's your home city called?
My home city?
Dun, dun, dun.
I
I
forget.
don't have a home.
I do. Hold on.
I always called it dirt.
I'm just a
The earth is my
wanderer.
home.
Oh God. Okay.
David's like, I'm a
I'm
nomad.
watching you.
Wait.
on-
Isn't it Ellereth? Like the city Ellereth?
That's the kingdom. I didn't think you grew up in the capital, though.
Oh,
but maybe
no, I didn't grow up in the capital. I thought one of these circles that was shown, that was highlighted on the map was
those are all like the capitals of the
Ah.
kingdoms in the area.
All right, look, Travis, I can go dig around in my messages that we've exchanged. I can find it for you if you want.
Sure. No, you just write down whatever
Okay.
the city is, and who would this be going to again, sir?
Same thing. Like, I can find my mother's name in there somewhere, but I have
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So you're sending it to your mom, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad would probably lose it somewhere on the way home, so.
Okay. You
Wow.
weren't gonna send it to your sister, though.
I mean, she's there. Last I heard, she was there with them. So like, I addressed thing. I like talked to her in the letter, but it's not to her directly.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So sending it home to mom.
Yeah.
And I think like they take your package and your gold, so hand over 22 gold. And
Yeah.
they say,
I can get change right for silver here or something.
yes, of course.
Okay.
They will take your money, whatever form it's in. They will count your coppers if need be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think they like take your payment and the package and say, you shall have it there as expediently and safely as possible, sir. And like he carries it out back. And I think Vilvarel turns and says, oh, that's so nice. You're sending your mother something. How considerate.
Yeah, I tried. Well, I grew up in the alchemist shop, and so I have an eye for things that seem stuff I can use.
Ah, have an eye for things that are useful. Good. I've been meaning to ask you about that. Well, this little guy or girl is going to need some support, and I'm more than capable of working, but, well, I was hoping we'd be able to head to that, Titan Hill that you were speaking about. Maybe, set up a little nest there.
Yeah, I mean, I know elves are a bit more not tied down with this sort of thing, but if you're interested in that, come with us to Titan's Hill and we can figure out something there.
Excellent. Well, I think I would look forward to seeing it. And she like grabs your hand and starts leading you out of the shop. Meanwhile, Nina, you've like finished breakfast, and Shoshana's just kind of like offers to walk you around the city and show you the landmarks if you'd like.
Okay. I mean, I got nothing better to do for 3 days.
Yeah. So you guys are out and about. Was there anything of special interest that Nina wanted to look at?
I suppose paywall related stuff or anything that might embody a symbol of a phoenix. If it's got a national thing.
Yeah, so like Paylor related stuff, you've come to the right place. But his symbol is like a starburst, so it like a phoenix wouldn't necessarily be directly related to it. But are you like the main temple to Paylor also had shrines to all the other gods, so did you want to like ask her about religious significance of phoenixes? Or what were you like? How were you approaching that question?
No, just like like anything that's like a fiery bird, or just even if it might not be related to a religion, like just birds in general, maybe fiery ones. If I'm lucky.
Yes, well, I've heard that there are certain types of bats that can burst themselves into flames and attack you, lighting your clothes on fire as they try and suck your blood. But I don't think that's what you're looking for.
No, I don't think so either.
Well, I don't know much about the symbology of a phoenix within religion, but I might know someone who does. We have a large research area in the main temple. I'm sure it's open to the public. I'm sure the priests there would be more than willing to assist you.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Can I ask where the inquiry comes from? I mean, we've all heard of phoenixes, but giant fiery birds that die and rise from the ashes? Something of a quest?
Not so much as a quest, it's just curiosity.
All right. Well, I'm sure I can help you out with that. Well, let's head to the temple then. And I think along the way she says, "So what did he look like when he was a she?"
You got pen and paper?
Yeah, and I think we'll
Actually, wait a second. I have pen and paper.
There you go. I think we fade out on you like doodling stick figures.
Hey, I can do a lot more than doodling, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, Nina's fairly artistic, so cool. I think we catch back up with Durian then. So do you send like Walter off to go do his thing, or are you going along with him?
No, I sent him off, and I'm gonna go actually. I think I want to offload some goods.
Okay. What kind of goods are you looking to offer?
Now I looked through. I only have. Other than the Blood Link amulet, I only have the Bantray flute as having magic aura. Is that correct? That there were 3 rings. They did not have magic auras to them, right?
The Bantray flute.
Bantray flip is like locust something, right?
Locus.
I thought it was something you can like summon.
So I don't have an entry for the Bantray flute.
Okay, I do have a note from the original session in January that
Sure.
it says magic aura. But if it doesn't have a magic aura, that's fine.
Sure. I don't see anything, so let me look a few things up. But you definitely had the Bloodlink amulet, and you have a pair of gauntlets that you haven't identified yet. That were a little damaged.
Really?
That's not. Is that the blue with bronze gauntlets?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go hunt down someone to identify some things for me,
Okay.
or the
sure.
gauntlets anyway.
Yeah.
And also I'm looking to hawk the 2 of the 3 Bantray rings and the headpiece, and I'm hanging on to the teeth though.
Okay. The teeth that you just like knocked out of this thing.
Yeah, I'm totally making.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna go commission another ring, a second ring, so that I have a red cap tooth instead in a ring and a Bantray tooth.
Okay.
Then
nice.
the fucking Fae will leave me alone.
Well,
Finally.
it couldn't hurt, right?
Right.
Awesome. Yeah, so I think you wanted to sell the rings. Did I have a valuation on those?
I don't have anything written. I will tell you what they're made of, though.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
One one ring is silver with a sapphire.
Okay.
One is crude polished ruby and rough gold.
Okay. Yes.
And then
Alright.
there's an electrum ring.
Yep.
With an emerald. I'm selling the silver and the electrum one, and I'm keeping the crude polished ruby and rough gold one.
Okay. Yeah. I think you can like go and get them appraised, and I think a jeweler will appraise them for you if he's interested in buying them.
Sure.
So you can sell those for 100 gold each.
Okay. Done.
Nice. Okay. And then yeah, you are keeping the other one. Okay, cool. And then you wanted to get the items like the magical items identified, right?
Yeah, the gauntlets. Just the gauntlets. I'm gonna leave the flute for myself to figure out later.
Okay. Yeah. So I think you drop off the gauntlets, and you know the deal. You'll have to chill out for like an hour. It'll cost you 120 gold.
Okay.
So that's including the cost of the pearl and everything.
Yep.
So yeah,
Okay.
he'll start identifying those for you after a while. And why don't we take a quick break there?
Yeah, I tell him I'm gonna pick him up tomorrow morning, and you can hear from him. So.
Okay, like he can do it in an hour if you want to wait, but if you want to leave them there too, that's fine.
Well, I'd say I'll be back later in the day. I'm gonna have some more
Sure.
errands to run.
All right.
Real quick before we break, I inquire as to whether he knows of any magical dealers named Llewellyn in town.
What do you know about that damned half-elf?
No!
No offense.
I cock an eyebrow at him and I say he's a friend, a very accomplished friend.
Yes, a friend who likes to, well, he likes to do a lot of business, sir.
Take it then that because you're still in business that he is not in town then.
No, last I heard he was back in CN, thank the gods.
Very well. Well, thank you for your taking care of this for me. I'll be back in around dusk before you should close.
Excellent, I will see you then, sir.
I nod and walk off. That's all. Good.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think we'll take a quick break there
Yep.
and reconvene soon.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We're gonna take a quick 5-7 minute break. And it's nice to see Llewellyn has a worldwide impact on our little world here. So, stuff. Keep watching, and we'll see you soon.